Hi children, welcome to our e-learning platform. Today we are going to see Deccan Plateau. Plateau is the largest part of the physiographical division of India. The shape of this plateau is triangular. One of the sides of this triangle is marked by the line joining Kanyakumari with the Rajamagal Hills, and this line passes through the Eastern Ghats. Here one of the sides of this shape of the Deccan Plateau is triangular, that is marked by the line joining Kanyakumari with the Rajamagal Hills. Here connecting Kanyakumari with the Rajamagal Hills, and this line passes through Eastern Ghats. The line connecting up to Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats are situated to the eastern side of India. In this picture we can see the shape of the Deccan Plateau. The shape of this plateau is roughly triangular. The second arm is marked by the Satpura range, Mahadevo Hills, Maikol range, and the Rajamagal Hills. So the second part of the Deccan Plateau is marked by Satpura range, Mahadevo Hills, Maikol range, and the Rajamagal Hills. The third arm is marked by the Western Ghats. Third part of the Deccan Plateau is marked by Western Ghats. Western Ghats is a hilly region situated to the western part of India. The area of this plateau is about 7 lakh square kilometer. The area, that is very important point, the area of this plateau is about 7 lakh square kilometer. And the height ranges from 500 to 1000 meter above sea level. The height of this Deccan Plateau, that is ranging from 500 to 1000 meter, that is situated above sea level. Here we can see the difference between Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. First one, the Western Ghats forms the western edge of the peninsular plateau. The Western Ghats situated to the western edge here, western end of the peninsular plateau. Second one, it runs parallel to the Arabian Sea coast. It is situated to the, it runs parallel to the Arabian Sea coast. The northern part of this range is called the Sahyadris. The northern part of the Western Ghats is known as Sahyadris. The height of the Sahyadris increases from north to south. Anaimudi is a sort of tri-junction of the Anaimalai range, the Cardamom Hills, and the Palani Hills. Anaimudi is a sort of tri-junction of the Anaimalai range, the Cardamom Hills, and the Palani Hills. Kodaikanal is a beautiful hill resort situated on the Palani Hills. So one of the beautiful tourist center, Kodaikanal is a beautiful hill resort, beautiful hill area that is situated on the Palani Hills. Next we can see the Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats run from southwest to northeast, form the eastern edge of this plateau. Here Eastern Ghats run from southwest to northeast, form the eastern edge of this plateau. This region is also called as Purvadri. So what is the other name of the Eastern Ghats? The other name of the Eastern Ghats is Purvadri. The Eastern Ghats join the Western Ghats at the Nilgiri Hills. Eastern Ghats join the Western Ghats, that is meeting place of the Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats is at Nilgiri Hills, bordering Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Here situated the region, Eastern Ghats situated the region Karnataka and Tamil Nadu also. The Eastern Ghats are not continuous like Western Ghats. Western Ghats is a continuous range, but Eastern Ghats is not a continuous range. The rivers of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Pennar and Kaveri have dissected this range at many places. Here, this region, some of the rivers are flowing. The rivers such as Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Pennar and Kaveri or dissected this range at many places. That are the rivers are also flowing through this region. The next subtopic is the Indian Desert. The Thar Desert is also known as Great Indian Desert. It is a large arid region. Arid here means dry region that is situated in the western part of the Indian subcontinent. It covers an area of 2 lakh square kilometer. It is the world's 7th largest desert and 9th largest subtropical desert located in western part of India. The Thar Desert situated to the western part of the Aravalli range. It covers 2/3 of the Rajasthan state. There are 2 divisions in Thar Desert. One is the actual Thar Desert is known as Maristali and semi-desert region is known as Bangar. There are sand dunes and salt lakes are also found in this region. Salt lakes are otherwise known as duns. That regions are also found here. In this map, we can see the Thar Desert. It covers 2/3 of the Rajasthan state. The next physiographical division of India is coastal plains. The peninsular plateau of India is flanked by narrow coastal plains of varied width from north to south. They were formed by the deposition action of the rivers and the erosional and depositional action of the sea waves. These are formed by the erosional and depositional action of the rivers and erosional and depositional action of the sea waves where these coastal plains are formed. Indian coastal plains are divided into 2. They are western coastal plains and eastern coastal plains. In this map, we can see the western coastal plain and eastern coastal plain. Here, the western coastal plains are here. This region are the western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains are here. Eastern coastal plains extending up to Kanyakumari. First division of the coastal plain is western coastal plain. It lies between Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. It extends between Rann of Kutch in the north to Kanyakumari in the south. The width of this varies from 10 to 80 kilometers. It is mainly characterized by sandy beaches. This region, the important characteristics of this region is it is characterized by sandy beaches, sandy areas, coastal sand dunes, mud flats, lagoons, estuary, laterite, platform and residual hills. These are the characteristic features of this region. The western part of the western coastal plain is known as Konkan coast. The middle part of the western coastal plain is known as Canara coast. And the southern part of the western coastal plain is known as Malabar coast. The Malabar coast is extending up to 550 km long and 20 to 100 km wide. This part of the coast is characterized by sand dunes. Along the coast, there are numerous shallow lagoons and backwaters. Backwaters are called the coils and terraces. Vambanad is a famous backwater lake that is found in this Malabar coast. Vambanad is a very famous backwater lake that is situated in Malabar coast. The next subdivision of the coastal plain is Eastern coastal plain. It lies between Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal. It covered the states of West Bengal, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. These plains are formed by the alluvial fillings of the littoral zone by the east flowing rivers of India. The coastal plain consists mainly of recent alluvial deposits. Eastern coastal plain consists mainly of recent alluvial deposits. Alluvial soil deposits are having this region. This coastal plain has a regular shoreline with well-defined beaches. This region is situated well-defined beaches and regular shoreline. That means coastal regions are situated this eastern coastal plain. The coastal region between Krishna and Mahanadi is known as Northern Circus. The coastal region between Krishna and Kaveri is known as Coromandel Coast. The largest freshwater lake, the Chilka Lake, is situated in India. The three important lakes such as Godavari, Krishna and Pulicat Lake are situated in the eastern coastal plain. The coastline of India and the coastal plains of India are shown here. Here, Konkan coast is located below Mumbai. Here, Canara coast above Vembanad Lake. Here, Coromandel coast just nearest to Chennai. Coromandel coast just above Pulicat Lake. Here, Northern Circus, the places covering to Odisha state. Chilka Lake is also here. Chilka Lake is the largest freshwater lake. Here some of the well-known places are also seen here. First one, Gulf of Kutch is situated in Gujarat. Rann of Kutch and Gulf of Khambat. Last physiographic division of India is the island. There are two groups of islands. One is Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar group of islands, and Lakshadweep Island. The Andaman and Nicobar group of islands consisted of 572 islands. The capital of Andaman and Nicobar is Port Blair. The Lakshadweep group consisted of 27 islands. The capital is Kavaratti. The Andaman group of islands is shown here. The Andaman and Nicobar group consisted of 572 islands. It is situated in the eastern part of India, that is in Bay of Bengal. The capital of Andaman and Nicobar group is Port Blair. Blair is located here. Here Andaman and Nicobar group is separated from Nicobar group from 10-degree channel. The southernmost point of India, that is Indira Point, is also located in Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. Barren Island is also situated in Andaman and Nicobar group. It is an uninhabited island. That is eruption of the volcanoes are also erupted here. The next group of island is Lakshadweep Island. It consisted of 27 islands. The capital of Lakshadweep Island is Kavaratti. It covers an area of 32 square kilometers. Lakshadweep Islands are separated from the Maldives Islands by the 8-degree channel. It is the uninhabited fifth island of this group, has a bird sanctuary. Earlier it had 3 divisions, namely Lakkadive, Minicoy and Amini Devi. It was named as Lakshadweep in 1973. This is Lakshadweep Island. Lakshadweep Island is located in the western part of India, that is in Arabian Sea. The capital of Lakshadweep Island is Kavaratti. It consisted of 27 islands. The 8-degree channel separates the Lakshadweep Island from Maldives Island. Next we can see the offshore islands. Besides the 2 group of islands, a number of islands are situated in the eastern coast and western coast. These islands are uninhabited and it is administered by adjacent states. By this, I conclude the class. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.